So, hey there, I'm Cynthia Top, and I'm a life coach, and here's my little story of the day. So, I have been waking up in the middle of the night a lot lately, feeling like this urgency that I have to leap out of bed and um, do everything on my to do list all at once. And I'm driving myself crazy with that thought. And I've been using some of my best self coaching tools on it and getting a little bit of relief, but it's still been plaguing me. And then the other day, I had this really fun image while I was out for a walk. I suddenly pictured each of my tasks as this sort of furry creature, kind of like a round fur ball with arms and legs, like a furry minion, only they were round. Um, and some of them were like volleyball sized, and then like a volleyball with maybe like 2 feet legs and 2 foot long legs, and some of them were as big as beach balls, and they were with these big googly eyes, of course, and different colors of fur. All of them were furry and round, and each one of these was one of my tasks. So like my newsletter task was one of these creatures, and another critter was I need to go buy cartridges for my printer. So it was that printer cartridge errand. And I don't know, there were probably 30 or 40 of these. As I was out for my walk, I just pictured them all like in this clump around me, tugging on my hands and pulling on my clothes. And they were kind of like a bunch of rambunctious toddlers or puppies or something. And they were driving me crazy. And it made me feel really overwhelmed to have all of these things tugging at me. And I realized I wanted to control them. Like I'm really good about using a to-do list. I use this software called Asana.com, which is fantastic. It's one of these computer online-based things that you can see on your phone and on your devices. But I wanted to like control all these tasks, make them behave themselves, and line them up, and it's not possible. No matter what I do, I can't get all these things done on my list. There's just too many of them. So as I was out for my walk, I was like, oh, they're all just tugging on me and it's driving me crazy. And then I did something that turned out to work really well, which is why I want to share it with you. I imagined myself sitting in a great big armchair, and I invited all these tasks to come cuddle with me. And they kind of bounced around, and some of them came and sat on my lap, and some came and sat on the arms of the chair. And I just gave them a ton of love. Like, oh, I love you, newsletter task. Here, let me pet you and scratch your furry little head. Oh, yeah, printer cartridge errand. I love you. Like, I really felt so much compassion for all of these things on my to-do list. My furry critters, my furry minions. And I just gave as much love as I could to all of them. And as I was doing that, I suddenly had this realization that I could trust them. Yes, they're like toddlers or puppies or something, but I can trust them to make their needs known. If I'm diligent to kind of keep track of them all on my to-do list, and check in with my to-do list every day and try to prioritize, all of these tasks are going to prioritize themselves. They're going to make themselves known when it's the perfect time to be done. And I'll feel that one is being more insistent than another, that one is tugging really hard and saying, hey, take care of me right now. And others are just content to wait a little bit. And it gave me a lot of peace to just suddenly feel that I could relax and trust them. So I've been sitting today in my great big imaginary armchair, just holding all these tasks And the one that tugged on me was, it's time to do a newsletter. And that's why I'm doing this video.